everyone. So, you're looking for a great dog trainer here in Fort Wayne? You have definitely come to the right place. Let's walk through how to find the perfect match for you and your dog. We all have that picture in our minds. A nice, calm walk along the River Greenway, or a relaxing afternoon at Promenade Park, where your dog is just happy. No stress, no pulling. A great trainer is really the key to making those moments a reality. Okay, so where do you even begin? First, let's talk about decoding dog training and what to look for in a professional. It might seem a little overwhelming at first, but once you know the basics, you're going to feel much more confident. The biggest term you're going to hear is positive reinforcement, and all it really means is rewarding your dog for doing the right thing, with a treat, with praise, whatever they love. It's all about making learning a fun game, and that helps build a really strong, trusting bond between you two. Now, don't let the alphabet soup scare you. When you're looking at trainers, you'll see these letters after their names. Just think of them as proof that they've really done their homework. For general manners, seeing something like KPA CTP or CPDTKA is a fantastic sign. If you're dealing with bigger issues, though, like serious fear, you might look for one of those more specialized certifications. All right, so where should the training actually happen? You basically got two main choices: in-home training or group classes. In-home is awesome for those specific problems that happen right at home, like going wild when the doorbell rings. Group classes, on the other hand, are perfect for learning to focus when there are other dogs and people around, which is so useful for being out and about. Next up, let's talk about money. We're going to take a look at what you can expect to invest in training, and really it is an investment in having a calmer, happier life with your dog. So, what are we actually talking about in terms of costs, right here in Fort Wayne? Let's break down the numbers. Okay, here's a general idea of what to expect for 2025. A standard puppy class that runs for a few weeks is probably going to be somewhere in that $140 to $260 range. For more one-on-one help, a single private lesson is usually more like $100 to $180. The price really just depends on the trainer's experience and exactly what kind of help you and your dog need. So you've found a couple of trainers you like the look of. Now what? Well, it's time to interview them. This is your guide to asking the right questions to make sure you're picking the best person for the job. Here is a super simple checklist to have handy when you call them. First, ask about their methods. Make sure they're positive. Then, ask about those certifications we just talked about. This next one is huge. Ask how they'll tailor the training specifically for your dog. You don't want a cookie-cutter plan. And of course, get the details on how you'll track progress and what the total costs will be. No surprises. Okay, so you've hired a trainer and you're learning the skills. Now it's time to put it all into practice. This is where the training really sticks. And lucky for us, Fort Wayne has some fantastic spots to work on those skills out in the real world. Now, before we get to those spots, a quick but important local rule. Here in Fort Wayne, your dog has to be on a leash in all public areas, unless you're in an official dog park. That's the city rule. And honestly, good leash training makes following this rule totally stress-free. So if you want to work on things like getting your dog to come back when you call them, you need a safe fenced-in spot. The local dog parks are perfect for this. They're fenced, they're legal for off-leash fun, and they're a great place to practice in a controlled space. And what about practicing that nice, polite leash walking? You really can't beat the River Greenway. It's got miles of trails, and you'll run into bikers, other walkers, all kinds of real-life distractions. Lakeside Park is another beautiful spot to practice just being calm while families are enjoying their day. At the end of the day, this is all about helping your dog become a confident, happy companion. It's about being able to include them in your life, whether you're just hanging out at home, having friends over, or exploring all the great things Fort Wayne has to offer. Good luck with your search and enjoy all the adventures you're going to have together.